Brahmavidya is an ancient science which teaches us laws of life, or I would say spiritual laws of life. And the history of Brahmavidya, it goes back 1200 years ago. At Nalanda University, 1200 years back, Guru Padmasambhav was the head of the department there, and he could foresee the debacle of the Nalanda University, and at the request of the king of Tibet, along with his selected disciples, he went to Tibet. And there, to his selected pupils, he started teaching by word of mouth this specific science that we are learning now. At that time, one Lama died when he was very young, and at the same time, a child was born in England. The name of the child was Edwin John Dingle. Somehow this child was always attracted towards Asia. He always used to go through the maps of Asia. He was a journalist by profession and a very renowned journalist. During the World War time, he came to Singapore and was working with Straits Times of Singapore. But he was attracted towards the spiritual leaders of that time in Singapore. So somehow he was attracted towards Tibet, and on foot he traveled to Tibet. There, under the tutorship of the great master, for 9 months he studied all these breathing exercises and the technique of meditation. And at the request or as per the instruction of the great master of Tibet, Guru Dinglemi came back to America, and there he established the Institute of Mental Physics. In his lifetime, Guru Dinglemi taught more than 1 lakh students. Guru Jyotirmayananda studied all these breathing exercises and the technique of meditation by correspondence, and selected disciples of Guru Jyotirmayananda established 10 years ago Brahmavidya Sadhak Sangh. This is the history of Brahmavidya Sadhak Sangh. All of us are interested in progress, because the law of life is progress. And for progressing, we require good health, physical as well as mental. And to achieve that, we keep on trying different keys. Keys in the sense, we go to the gym, or we go for yogasans, or we study this and that. Of course, everything is very important. But I would put it like this, that Brahmavidya gives us the master key for success and health. Because just think over this, that one person is engaged in, let us say, teaching, another is a lawyer, third is an engineer, fourth is a doctor, and so on. But each one of them is always breathing and always thinking. So we can say that breathing and thinking are the fundamental activities of every human being. Brahmavidya focuses upon these two fundamental activities and gives us very concrete techniques by practice of which we can improve our breathing and we can improve our thinking. So as a person breathes rightly to the full capacity of his lungs and starts thinking rightly, then naturally we find a positive effect of this on his whole well-being, in the sense that he gains physical health, mental health, as well as there is a spiritual upliftment. So that is why we say that Brahmavidya is the master key. Every person will derive the benefits from these techniques as per his or her own requirements. We do not have a specific breathing exercise for a specific ailment, because we go to the root cause of every problem. The root cause of every problem being the imbalance of the prana energy. Prana energy is the cosmic force which pervades the whole universe. And with the practice of these breathing exercises and meditation, we are able to restore the balance of positive and negative prana energy. Both these aspects of prana energy are equally important for every person. These breathing exercises, which are very simple to practice, they are so simple that a child of 10 years old or even a person who is 70 years old can also practice that. So as we start utilizing by proper training our lung capacity, the intake of oxygen improves. And all of us have studied this in our school days, that oxygen purifies the blood. So as we inhale more and more oxygen, the blood is purified in a better manner. And the carbon dioxide, that is the impurities, are thrown out. If we continue with our shallow breathing, the blood is not purified as it should be purified. And as a result, the impurities gather inside the blood vessels, making them narrow, as well as hard. And this puts pressure on the heart while pumping blood. Secondly, the walls of the lungs, they also become hard due to shallow breathing. So as the breathing improves, the intake of oxygen improves, and as a result, the blood is purified in a better manner and the impurities are thrown out. So the blood vessels which are carrying the blood, they can carry the blood in a smooth manner without putting pressure on the heart. So this is the reason that we are able to enjoy better health. To go still further, as a result of better breathing, with the result of using our lung capacity, the intake of prana energy also improves. And prana energy cleanses the body from within. As much as we try to cleanse the body from outside, it will in no way help us to cleanse the body from within. So prana energy is the only element which can cleanse the body from within. So better breathing leads to better intake of prana energy, resulting in purifying, cleansing the body from within. Our second part, that is, if I have to describe who am I can say I am the body and the mind. So the breathing exercises, they help for cleansing the body, purifying the body. Whereas meditation, which is a simple mental prayer, or you can call it as the mental exercise, helps us to harness the force of our thought power. And as we know the technique of thinking in a right manner, we are able to achieve mental peace. So as a result, that the body and the mind both are healthier, naturally we are able to achieve health and success in every field. Now a doubt may arise in your mind that all these techniques which I am so confidently, categorically claiming that they are very helpful for every human being, a doubt may arise that are these methods time tested or not? Definitely they are. The sages, they have refined and they have simplified these methods so that you and me can practice these methods and can enjoy better physical and mental health. I would like to narrate the history of Brahmavidya briefly. 1200 years ago, in Nalanda University, Guru Padmasambhav was teaching at that time. He could foresee the debacle of the Nalanda University, and at the request of the king of Tibet, along with his selected disciples, he went to Tibet. There he was passing the knowledge by word of mouth. That time, a lama died young. At the same time, a child was born in England, named as Edwin John. The family profession of Edwin John was printing, and by his study and practice, he became proficient in the trade. During the World War time, he was posted in Singapore as a journalist. But he was always attracted towards the spiritual side. And he says in his autobiography, for the first time, he saw people breathing. One sage with whom he came across was known as Sage of Singapore. Sage of Singapore told Edwin John that people are waiting for him in Tibet. Somehow he was always, like I mentioned earlier, attracted towards this side of Asia. So on foot, undergoing a very hard and journey on foot, he went to Tibet, and under the tutorship of the great master, he covered all that we are going to learn. After that, the great master instructed Edwin John to go in the outside world and teach people how to breathe and how to think rightly. Accordingly, Edwin John came to California and there established the Institute of Mental Physics. In Tibet, he was lovingly called as Guru Dinglami, so we also call him as Guru Dinglami. During his lifetime, he taught more than 1 lakh students. One of the students was Guru Jyotirmayananda, staying in India and who studied all this by correspondence. Some of the students of Guru Jyotirmayananda 10 years ago established Brahmavidya Sadhak Sangh, and we are very happy to mention this, that now the teachers of Brahmavidya Sadhak Sangh are conducting the basic course at more than 100 centers in Mumbai, at Pune and Ratnagiri. We also organize residential camps for those students for whom it is not possible to attend the classes over a period of 6 months.